Hello everyone and welcome back to another NASCAR Racing 2003 live stream. How is everyone doing today? Thank you very much for joining in. Right off the bat, if you guys could be so kind as to please hit the like button and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. As you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be attempting to recreate the 1986 IMSA. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. IMSA. Jesus Christ. IMSA. Of course, I was reading backwards. I'm not dyslexic, am I? The GTP Riverside big one back in, like I said, 1986. What was that race called? I believe the LA Times GP, if my research was correct. But before we get into that, let's have a couple quick plugs to do. For those of you that aren't, you can go follow and watch this stream over on Twitch right now. Come on. No. What the hell is going on? Alright. Why is F11 not full screening? Why is F11 not full screening? You guys use Firefox, right? F11 always is to get rid of the little tab up top. I have no idea why it's not working now. Jesus Christ. Is my keyboard fucking up? It's always been F11. Why is that being weird now? Not F7. Jesus. We're already going off the rails. So apparently my keyboard must be screwed up because I'm trying to hit F11 to get rid of the tabs in my internet screen and it's not working. So I guess we will do that later. Well, we're off to a great start, aren't we? No, yeah, that's right. I need to show you guys the damn fucking replay, unless you guys want to go by that little shitty clip you saw in the beginning. Something is screwed up with my F keys. I was hoping to maybe shaking something loose in my keyboard would help. Because I've gotten the response, I keep hitting F11. So far, it's done a combination of refresh my internet page, prompt the F7 thing, and also bring up the thing that the F12 brings up. So what the hell is screwed up? Yep, my keyboard's broken. Alright, that being said, I will still show you guys the replay of what I'm attempting to recreate anyway. So coming right past the start-finish line at the now late great Riverside International Raceway, 3 cars to get together. Someone decided it would be a good idea to try to make a 3-wide pass in that really narrow curve. And this ensues. 2 cars roll over. One does a straight up blowover and the other one nails the pit road wall and overturns. And unfortunately, both of them that flip over were the innocent victims of that person that made the move on the inside 3-wide.
Well, let's take a look at exactly what happened here.
It looks really like Doc has got into an area he just simply shouldn't be, and Chip Robinson is really a totally innocent member. There's the probe running up on the rail and flipping on top of the rail as the Jaguar.
So since there isn't quite as much of a detailed of an inventory of paint schemes for the IMSA series like there is in the NASCAR, I'm just going to be using some random GTP cars.
Right here, there's the back
But trying to get at least 2 cars to roll over, including myself, hopefully being able to do a blowover coming through that right past the start-finish line after that curve. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen this all before, just might not have known where it was from. Neither did I until I did some research on it. That's scary, a car being trapped upside down and on fire. So those are the 2 replays we have. Thank you to Michael O'Toole for the capture. Make sure everything is unfrozen. All right. So, let's find a random white car that's close to 1986 here. That looks good. Let's use this one. So obviously, since we have the aerodynamic settings with the player car, we're going to be trying to be the one to do the blowover. Riverside comes with the game. We're using the 1980s to 1990s roster, which you can find in the links I provided below. Since the cars looked pretty spread out, we're going to be doing this in just practice mode, so we'll have the max number of opponents. I'm going to keep the strength fairly easy since I haven't really raced these GTP cars at Riverside yet. This is going to be interesting. So, let's get these cars spread out through the track and get started. By the way, I adjusted my microphone settings a little bit yesterday, so let me know if my microphone's a little bit too loud, if the game's too quiet, if the game's too loud. If my microphone's too quiet, let me know if I can balance anything out. Alright, so first and foremost, we gotta take a lap. Whoops, already going off the road. We gotta take a lap around Riverside, since this wreck happened basically right before where the pits are, and Jesus Christ, I'm not used to these fast of cars on this track. Yeah, this is gonna be take a little bit getting used to. Let me actually go on board for the first couple laps. This will probably help me get control of the track. Yeah, this happened right before where the pit lane opens up. So we're going to need to take a full lap, basically, each single attempt. Sharp right-hand turn right here. Oop. Almost spun out right there. And another right-hand curve, and down the long straightaway. See if we can hit 200. Close. I don't want to quite risk it. Alright, so unfortunately we don't have any cars near where I am right now, but coming down this straightaway and then this left-hand curve is where the wreck took place. So I'm going to need to like cut off some cars right here. And then go spinning. Hopefully they go flying into the wall. One of them overturns. Hopefully I overturn from a blowover and go flying into the gravel on the right-hand side of the track, like right there. Basically into the guardrail is where I need to go. Alright, so this one's going to be tricky just in the sense of getting a few cars bunched right together at that spot where that turn is, but it looks like I got 3 cars all kind of grouped together coming up about 3.5 seconds behind me. 2.5 seconds. Yeah, but I got a big cluster of cars coming up right behind me, so I'm going to try to merge in with those guys. Slow down a little bit, let them catch up. A decent cluster of cars, actually. So let's not screw this up prematurely, like I almost just did right there, and just did right there. Or I can still salvage this, actually, maybe. Not quite. That was difficult. They kept going at different speeds. I was trying to determine who was going to be next to who. Then I saw the group of cars behind me right there, 3 wide. But then they were kind of single file by the time I slowed down and let them catch up, but still tried to take them out right there. Didn't quite work. Couple, at least me, got up on the wall, but no one ever rolled over. No blowovers either. I might have to do this. Turn down the number of cars and do this in like a race session, I'm thinking. That might just be quicker each attempt. Although we got a few more cars coming up behind me. And might be grouped together by the time we get back around to the start-finish line. If I can drive that long, god damn it. This one is going to be tricky. And the cars are hard enough to handle. I'm trying to slow this blue car down a little bit so the guy behind us can catch up. There we go. Oops. Accidentally forced him into the dirt. They're not going to be side by side, or will they? Here we go. Come on. Oh, damn it. I went flying through the air. I never went upside down, though. We were 3 wide coming to the line. Or coming to that turn. I just wanted to take a dead right and make sure I didn't miss him, but that was a little too flagrant. Not quite. I could have waited just a tad longer. I think a better option is just going to be to turn down the number of opponents to get not too many cars on the track and then just do a race. And then just find a group coming to the line after 1 lap. I believe this is my very first Can I Recreate or Reenactment attempt using the GTP mod, if I am not mistaken. I'm just going to be right in the middle of the pack. Actually, I'm going to get a little bit of a head start because I suck through those S's. I don't care if I get black flagged. Oops. God damn it. Oops. Well, that's not exactly what happened. And that dude just got me back. Alright, let's try that again. So like I said, I suck at this track. Can't even take 1 turn without spinning out. Just like I said, I might get a little bit of a head start. so I can go a little bit slower through the S's and the other cars can catch me. This one is going to be far from perfect if I can just get it relatively close. There's only like a couple crappy quality wide angle views of this wreck. I'll get paired up with a group on the straightaway. Try to see if I can get a small cluster. Well, I flipped. Whoops. I knew I braked a little too much going into that turn. I didn't think I was going to do a rollover like that with these GTP cars. Whoops.
We've just been given the all clear. Time to start her up.
Jesus, this one's not off to a great start. 15 minutes in, I have like 5 minutes worth of technical difficulties, and I have all of 2 attempts that would have been considered potentially good, but not good in the end.
Get ready now. Going green soon. Limit 50. Keep it under. The pace car's in. Let him by. Let him by. Green flag.
Getting a little bit of a jump so I can go slow through the S's. Suppose if I wanted to be really detailed, I could have looked up to see if the paint schemes of the 3 drivers involved exist in any of these Redline GTP mod rosters or car sets. I didn't quite have that amount of time before the stream started. We got something. Oh, they slowed down too much. Damn it. That one was completely ruined. Maybe not. Maybe I can catch up to some of the cars in the back of the pack. I knew that was going to happen. I suck braking in the S's. I always spin out. Next.
We've just been given the all clear. Time to start her up.
Does anyone else having audio issues? Because I did just recently change a couple audio settings around, so I'm just making sure the levels are good. So I need to anticipate them checking up for that turn So I need to maybe be a little bit behind the cars. And then off to the left side and then try to cause that wreck that way. And go past. I believe all the cars involved were white or gray anyway. Now down the main straight. Or the long straight. I don't know if it's the main straight. Slow down for some of these guys. Nope. I tried to salvage it at the end, but I was too late. There was no cars that were really 2 or 3 wide next to me that I could try it on, so I just kind of tried ramming one of those cars. And I was too late. Darn it.
We've just been given the all clear. Time to start her up.
Average Joe squad is in the building. That one could have been worse, but I need a flow blowover and I need the other car to flip just from hitting the wall. I need 3 cars to be involved total. And just to be 3 wide beforehand. Whoops. That was my fault. We have a car tumbling. We need to take a look at that replay. I glanced away from the screen and I took that turn way too sharply. That was all my fault. Here we go. Landed on top of that other guy.
We've just been given the all clear.
Working on a Goodies Dash series set to recreate the 1990 double flippy. Awesome. As soon as you are done with the car set, I will definitely try that. Take your time. That sounds cool. Yeah, that'll be hard. So obviously I'll have to be one of the cars that rolls over, then I'll have to have an AI be the other one. I don't know if I do that online somehow, but there's no way I'm going to ever get enough people to cooperate on the same server to be able to make a giant, or a reenactment wreck in a giant pack like that ever happen. Considering I barely know how to race online in this game anyway, as it is, let alone creating, organizing a server specifically dedicated for reenactments with a bunch of trusted people who would know exactly what to do. I think I'm a little ways away from that yet, from doing online reenactments. But I'm sure the day will eventually come, just when I get more experience and knowledge. For right now, I don't have much of either. How about that pass? Ooh, that almost got up to 210 miles an hour right there. Alright, is anyone going to be too wide? Anyone? Am I just going to have to try plowing through into these cars right here? Nope. Shoot. Even starting with a full double wide pack, it's still rare to be having two cars side by side, not including myself, coming through that final straight. Going green soon. Stay behind the 62 car. Sorry, my accent is terrible. Ooh, I almost took that turn too sharply again. Let's see how good I can take these S's. And also get slowed down safely at the end. A little slow at the end, but the S's weren't bad. What should be a Patreon perk of $5 or less? I didn't see what was mentioned. I'm always up for suggestions of what to add on there. Let's try to get them bottled up so we can get some cars too wide behind me. I'm purposefully not shifting to do that, just that. And of course they break it up. Nope. Not quite. Oh, the server for reenactments. Once I figure out how to even do that in the first place and get some experience with that, I will definitely take that into consideration. And guys, just a heads up, probably no video tomorrow. There's the huge flip I was trying to see. Because I got another wedding video gig I'm doing tomorrow. I've got actually a few more coming up within the next month. So my Saturdays are going to be pretty busy, but other than that, trying to stream as much as possible. Let me know your suggestions of videos you want to see me do. I really want to do some follow-up Can I Recreates to ones that I've started but never got a good attempt for. So if I've done a part 1, part 2, part 3 to a video and I haven't gotten a good edit-worthy attempt yet, let me know which moment, wreck, crash, finish, save, etc. you'd like to see me try to recreate. They're showing us the black flag. Oops. Get back on without spinning. There we go. Whoops. Would you believe me if I told you that that was kind of accidental? I was trying to, once I got off the road, right here accidentally, I was just going to cut this corner. But I didn't expect to turn up like that, hit the wall, and then go flying. I don't see that from Herbert's onboard view. Yeah, that was mostly accidental. Try that again. Jesus, I knew this one was going to be difficult. I've had maybe 5 potentially good ones where I could have maybe gotten it if I didn't screw it up. A good lead up to the attempt. That's what I meant to say. Dynaco's All Mine Part 2. That was a good one. I can probably turn the AI panic decel to like negative 1,000. I'm sure I'd be able to get that one good. And even if it's not perfect, enough editing, I'm sure I can make it look decent. Time to fly through the S's. That's what I was worried about. It always happens to me. No, it's not. Alright, well, I'm still gonna be able to... Nope, I'm not going to. Jesus. Oh, I suck at this track. Maybe I can... Literally every time I say maybe or perhaps, my car just spins out. I think it's cursed. Oh, Jesus. Keep it off the wall. Was trying to do a burnout, then a donut, and then that kind of failed.
Get ready now, going green soon. The pace car's in. Stay behind the 62 car.
Nope.
On the left line. Green flag, green flag.
Are you kidding me? You know what's sad? If it wasn't right on the restart, if we weren't going so slow, and if there wasn't so much traffic, that actually wasn't terrible. That's the sad thing about that fail. Well, at least it showed right there I can get an AI car to land upside down. That's what I was worried about to begin with. With the shape of these cars, if an AI car flipped upside down, would it be able to stay on its roof? Alright, time to not fail this attempt. Yeah, the start of that one sucked, but the middle part of the wreck, where there's 2 cars flipping and one landing upside down, that was decent looking. Just too much traffic, and we were going too slow, and yeah, the start was kind of weird, with me spinning around through the infield. Gotta say though, guys that drove especially these cars in this track in this era had giant balls of steel. I mean, these things could go upwards of 200 miles an hour at this track. You have nothing but a goddamn guardrail that could slice you in half, protecting you from leaving the track. No safer barrier. The cars weren't nearly as safe as they are now with the added roll cage. Yes, I know these are completely separate cars than the NASCAR Cup cars. But all the safety equipment has significantly improved, including everything on the car, the harnesses, the helmets, the walls, and other track designs. Just insane how far things have come. Oh, come on! I didn't do anything to spin the car out that time. That one was not my fault. There was sand on the track that time. Ah, Jesus, just a failed attempt in a row, over and over again. Now I'm stuck to his invisible bumper. And now I'm really stuck to the wall. Jesus, this is going downhill quickly. Need to figure out what's going on with my F11 key. Tried hitting that so I could show my social media pages and everything else at the beginning of the stream. And F11 in Firefox at least is supposed to get rid of like the tabs and window and web address stuff up front, so it just shows the page, which is nice for streaming if you want to show a page, but my F11 key wasn't working. Alright, let's try to get around a full lap without wrecking first. Can Cody actually do that? This is the biggest thing right here. This right-hand turn and getting slowed down. Hitting the brake during that right-hand turn always spins me out. Hey, that's not nice. I would have been so angry if that spun me out. Alright, buddy, go past. Ooh, that was close. Alright, someone get too wide, please. And I mess it up. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? Let's try going the wrong way. Just see what happens. Never gone backwards in one of these GTP cars, I don't think. Especially to try to cause a wreck. Into the invisible wall. That's a scary sight. Alright, enough goofing around.
We've just been given the all clear.
Time to start her up. Can you race the Redline GTP mod online? Because this almost seems like one that would be easier done online. Because there's only 3 cars to my knowledge really in the replay. Aside from maybe a couple other slow ones that drive through the wreck afterwards. But just the 3 cars involved in the wreck, and there wasn't really anyone around them. This one almost might be easier done online if I can ever figure out how to do such. Do such. I can still catch him. Maybe. I don't think I'm gonna catch these guys. Darn it. I'll try myself, I guess. Still no blowover. This is getting sad. I can't wait to go to the Brickyard Indy and do a little bit of messing around at the end of the stream. Talladega with these cars isn't nearly as fun as you'd think. It's fun, but not quite as fun, in my opinion, as Indy is. Ooh, that was close. So was that. Alright, that was my fault. I looked away from the screen. Nope, I'm still racing though. Oh, isn't that unfortunate? No. Oh, wow, this is starting to get frustrating. Going to Dover next week, that is awesome. It's probably in my top 10 favorite cup tracks. Easily. Top 3 are Daga, Watkins Glen, and I'm gonna have to say Bristol. Got a short track, a super speedway, and a road course in there for my top 3. And let's try to get a full lap this time before I prematurely wreck. If I keep wrecking prematurely, I might have to start taking a little blue pill for that. God, I hate taking that right-hand turn. I always spin. Not myself, someone else takes me up. There we go. Come on. That other guy checked up. Otherwise, he could have been involved too. Damn it. That was a decent lead up. I actually had a 3-wide bunch right here. And I screwed it up. Just barely missed that purple car. I think I'm waiting, or doing it just a second too early, too.
We've just been given the all clear.
Time to start up. And unfortunately, there's no fire in this game. So I'm just going to either have to ignore that or do some horrible, cheesy editing to edit some fire in. I believe it's the car that rolls over the pit road wall that starts on fire. The one that, yeah, lands upside down. The one, which is supposed to be me, that does the blowover, I believe, once they're done tumbling through the dirt, they land back on their wheels. There's too much debris. Hear that? Not debris, it's debris. And yes, I know Americans pronounce it wrong. And yet again, another fail for Cody.
We've just been given the all clear. Time to start her up.
Oops. About 10 more minutes of attempts, or my excuse for reenactment attempts. I'll do a little bit of screwing around at Indy. Man, ever since the ultimate reenactment compilation, I haven't really gotten a good attempt on any of my recreate videos. People probably just think I'm not trying anymore now that I got my big video out of the way. My hour and a half worth of reenactments all compiled into one video. Probably just think I'm not trying anymore. Or maybe it's because all the good not the good, the easy wrecks I've done already. Maybe it's all the difficult ones that are left now. Get back on the track. No. God damn it. So many fail. Very suck. So much fail. Many pathetic. I'm still technically on the clock for 4 hours today. I'm on call to be a backup for the wedding company I work through. If any of the other videographers trip and break their leg or something happens with their car, they can't show up for whatever reason, I'm on call to come be an emergency videographer if anyone else falls through. And if I get called on, I get double the hourly rate I usually get, which is already decent. I just wish this job was a little more consistent in terms of I only get on average 1 gig per month because I have about 12 weddings total this year. It's on average about 1 a month, but it's nice extra money and it's fun work and I like it. Hey, look at that, I actually break through the S's without spinning out. And I spin out on the easiest turn. There it is. Alright. Not all is lost though, I still have plenty of cars behind me that look all fairly bunched up actually. This might actually work out to my advantage. So I might be able to get the wreck, or at least a good lead up for the wreck, and there's going to be a little less traffic behind us afterwards. I guess this is it right here. Not even close. Not really. So much failure. I meant to hit restart. That one's not even worth a replay. Alright, sorry guys. I know it's frozen temporarily for you. I am just seeing... Hey, people are actually... A couple people were watching on Twitch. For some reason, my F11 key has been switched into F5 because I just tried hitting F11 and my page refreshed. So something is definitely screwy with my keyboard. Because what is supposed to be F11, it registered as F5. Get a couple of these guys bunched up behind me. Trying to find some too wide group. Maybe right there. Nope. Nowhere. Just gonna try right here, I guess. Nope. Not even close. Jeez, that was a hard hit by that purple car. I believe that was the driver's side, too, into that pit road wall. Darn it. Still am yet to get 2 flips in the same wreck.
We've just been given the all clear. Time to start her up.
Sorry, just checking over on something. Nope, wrong window. There we go. So I'm assuming Ryan Fitzy is HWF0712 over on Twitch. I'm guessing. Now that I discovered Restream.io, and I can stream both to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, I can now use my Twitch again, which I've been actively doing the last couple days. So people on there that like to watch on there, but don't necessarily like to watch on YouTube, can still watch my streams live now. Isn't it amazing when you Google things, how to stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time? Oh, hello, Restream.io. First time I've ever heard that suffix for a website before. You always hear of .com, .org, .net. Never heard of .io. It's first I've heard of that one. Gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm gonna go the wrong way. Let's try going the wrong way through the S's and causing a pile up there. That'll be something you don't see every day. Especially since this track got torn down like 20 years ago. This is going to be interesting, these S's backwards. We've got a disgruntled racer on the track. Uh-oh. I got like one or two cars. Looks like one. Alright, that was lame. Alright guys, unfortunately one more attempt. Oh. One more attempt and then I'm going to do my social media plugs and then do a couple minutes of messing around at Indianapolis with these cars, causing some wrecks like I haven't been trying to do already. I gotta get going. Gotta start packing my gear again for the gig tomorrow. I might try to do a late night stream tonight. Maybe iRacing or something. If I do, most likely not gonna have face cam because I'm probably gonna have my camera packed away for my wedding gear. That isn't going to count. I'm going to have to restart that one.
We've just been given the all clear. Time to start her up.
Gonna have to, because I never saw what anyone said. If anyone said anything, I'm gonna have to listen back, just make sure the audio levels are fine. So I pumped my microphone up a little bit last night. I tried not to max out because if I maxed it out, it was starting to clip. The audio levels were clipping a little bit at the peak decibels, so I turned it down just a little bit from its max volume. It sounded pretty good. I just need to see where it is in relation to the game audio and make sure it's not too loud. A little shortcut, no big deal. Dumb fries. Yes, I know it's probably Dumfries, but that last name caught me off guard. Should go to McDonald's and order that. Yeah, can I get some dumb fries? I'm sure I'm the first one that's made that joke in that guy's life. I'm sure he's never heard that before, especially in school. Alright, I'm just going to try with these two cars in front of me. Just went head on into a guardrail at like 140 miles an hour and my car is still drivable. It was almost like Alan McNish's crash in the Le Mans series. The 24 hours in the Circuit de la Sarthe. I should have to... Although people would complain because there's no Ferraris in this mod, obviously, since it's just the GTP cars. But I should try that wreck, too, that famous... I believe that was 2011 in the 24 hours of Le Mans. When Alec McNish tried way too early, way too aggressively to pass the Ferrari and all that other traffic in the S's shortly after the Dunlop Bridge and nearly flew into the damn crowd. I should try that one at some point. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sure hardcore race fans know exactly what I'm talking about, but for those of you that don't know... Whoa. It's got a little lightheaded. Another track I absolutely suck at, especially in this game. So my apologies if I go off the road about 20 times before I actually get to where I'm going to show you. Alright, so here is obviously, as you can see, the Dunlop Bridge. So right down here, right after the Dunlop Bridge, there was some traffic right here. Alan McNish in one of the GTP cars tried flying around in the inside line to try to get around a Ferrari that was way slower than these production cars, obviously. That's not what I meant to say, but he goes flying basically into there, flips over when he hits the guardrail, and almost takes out a bunch of fans with the debris, but fortunately not a single person was hit, from what I could tell. That'll be a future GTP Can I Recreate, but for now, just got to get a couple of plugs in. For those of you that aren't following me on Twitch and would like to, go check out my Twitch page. Follow me over on there. If you want to support this channel and get some cool rewards in return, you can check out my Patreon page like Ryan Fitzy already has. Get some cool rewards here in return. You can see on the right-hand side. You can go read those after the stream, and you can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you would like to as well. I'm trying to become more active on those. Now that I got those plugs out of the way, just a couple random wrecks at Indianapolis. Let's turn these AI difficulty up. All right. Thank you for the correction, Ryan. It's like I usually say, I usually try to say a bunch of times, I don't ever pretend that I'm a racing encyclopedia. I'm just repeating crap I hear someone else say, or stuff that I read online. No way, that's 42 cars. I guess so. Gonna squeeze to the front like I did last time. Try to cause a few big wrecks on the front stretch going the right way. Gran Turismo 4, I played that game a decent while, for a decent bit. It's probably over 10 years ago the last time I played that game, but that was one of the racing games I played a decent amount when I had it. PS2. I'm pretty sure that's the only console he made that game for, so that was kind of dumb to say. So we're going to try to get a lap around, get to the front stretch, and try to cause a decent-sized wreck if we don't accidentally do that beforehand. These cars are flying. Whoops, nope. When blocking goes wrong. Good thing this is just an invisible wall type fence and not real life, otherwise I probably would have shredded the car like a damn cheese grater. That hit right there. And gone right into that little camera tower as well. Alright, let's try that again.
We've just been given the all clear. Time to start her up.
I'm actually going to try a slingshot. Gonna let them go ahead around 6, 7, 8 seconds, somewhere around there, and slingshot past them and try to get in the lead. Let's go on board for this. Well, I'm still gonna get the black flag. I think I jumped just a little early. Yep. Oops. Holy crap, we got a couple cars rolling over. I kind of caused that one on purpose halfway through when I accidentally clipped these two cars, which I did on accident. So when I knew the yellow was coming out from that, I decided to crank up the wreck a little bit on purpose. Alright, I'll try one more time going forwards.
We've just been given the all clear. Time to start her up.
See if I can make it to the front stretch this time. Oh, yeah, that's right. I haven't even told you guys yet. So there have been count them, 4 accidents that have happened in the really dangerous intersection in front of our house in the last 3 weeks alone. 2 separate accidents on 2 separate days. There was 2 separate days where there was 2 accidents in the same day. And so that prompted me. I installed one of my security cameras out there, and it's been recording ever since into my DVR system. Unfortunately, I don't have the hardware or the tools to be able to run it through right in my computer. Maybe I could eventually get a capture card that has a security monitor input or a security camera input. But yeah, I basically have a security camera going 24 hours in front of my house in the really dangerous intersection. So if any more wrecks happen, I should catch them on camera. Didn't think I was gonna flip from that. Alright, enough of me screwing around. I'm just gonna go backwards once and then we'll call it a day. I'm getting tired. I need to do some things tonight before the night gets too late to make sure I'm ready for that wedding. That last one almost is kind of like Scott Dixon in this past Indy 500. That was almost the same spot too. I mean, before I got T-boned and then rolled over the second time. That's another wreck I still need to try to recreate at Indy. I'm just waiting on a 2017 Scott Dixon paint scheme for the DW12 mod, which I haven't found yet. And so like the other day, we're going to go the wrong way down the front stretch and ambush the pack that way.
The pace car's in. Keep it under 55. Keep it under.
Keep it under. Man, if I can get to like 180 miles an hour, and if they're going at least 180 miles an hour, I know Mythbusters disproved this claim, but that's almost like a combined hit of 360 miles an hour. Yes, I know that's not how the physics work. Mythbusters disproved that, but it's still a scary ass thought.
You've been disqualified for driving recklessly.
So I make sure I get to them not before they're past the pit road entrance. I think I got him.
Go one stops up high. Go one stops up high.
You don't say. It was at this point Cody realized that he fucked up. A lot more made it through than I thought they did, but tell you what, that one was quality versus quantity. Got maybe a half of the total field, maybe a third. But the ones that were involved took a hell of a ride. This dude went flying into the damn pit area. Alrighty guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much again for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you're interested, check out my social media links that I showed you before. They're all down in the description. If you are so kind, you can also help support this channel on Patreon. Please go check out that profile. I spent a lot of time putting that together. Thanks so much to Ryan Fitzy for your support on there. I really appreciate it. And as usual, let me know your suggestions for what you'd like to see me do for future videos down in the comments below. I think that's about it. Thanks again, guys. Hope to catch you next time. Until then, hope you have a good rest of your day. Peace.